Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel like people only call you when they want something? I mean, seriously, like think about it. Like when you see their name come across your phone, you must prepare your mind to give to them, pour into them, console them, show up for them, and inconvenience yourself in some way for the 18th time. You are constantly going above and beyond to the brink of putting your life on hold, depleting your reserves, and preparing to pour your life force into theirs to support them. While you're showing up, you also try to show them how to better themselves so that they can stand independently. Still, they refuse to listen and only want to focus on the issue at hand. You trying to teach them how to fish, and they just want you to give them a fish. You end up leaving them better than how you found them, for now, at the cost of your own depletion, though. You go back to your life that you put on pause and try to make progress, but you can't. Your tank is on empty. Your soul is depleted, and you still have to go on. It gets to the point where you need to be replenished, and you reach out to them. And when you reach out to them, they tell you, oh, that's nothing. You've got it. And then they proceed to discuss their own issue. But you don't got it. You don't. You see, you're not the type of person to ask for help because of this very issue. And if you're asking for help, you really need it. You're depleted and hurt by the response or lack of response by the person you just helped. The person you just put your life on hold to pour into now turns around and can't see that you need the same. Well, you're gonna have to learn how to separate from people who want to rock with you, but don't want to rock with you. Simply put, they want to be on the Super Bowl field with you, but they don't want to be in the 2-a-day practice field with you. You must become comfortable with being alone, not lonely, until you find the tribe that will pour into you just as much as you pour into them. And here's a side note. Here's a thought experiment. You're depleted because you keep pouring into people who cannot contain your gift and have no way of adding to it and pouring right back into you. You must learn to say no to these people. Find ways to give back to yourself and find a tribe that pours into you and into each other. Now, for the people who don't pour into you, don't necessarily have to cut them off, but limiting your time with them is probably good for your overall health. But you might say, hey, no better. How do you find a tribe that can help pour into you? What qualities would these people hold? That answer is probably the easiest answer I've ever thought about. Simply put, when you pour into them, they pour back into you without having to be asked. When you're bigging them up, they big you up. Hell, they might even call you and big you up without you needing to call them first. They check up on you, or when you link up, the energy flows in the conversation. And it's not you pushing the conversation and reaching out to keep it going. Honestly, get around people who see you better than you see yourself. Put another way, get around people who see the better in you better than you do. That's another episode. Thank you so much for supporting and building this tribe. I want to see the conversations going. I'm curious to see what you all think about some of these topics. And what my aim to do is to give motivation that I would use myself, right? So when I'm looking online and I'm looking for things and I can't find it, I'm just going to create it. And I want to see what that creation kind of blossoms into. So don't forget to like and subscribe and join the community. We out here having conversations, but you already know what to do. Until next time, stay motivated.